Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something pretty specific, a single source that maps out, well, the entire conversation you might have in a restaurant.
Yeah, it's like a complete roadmap. And we're not just talking basic vocabulary here, like hello or thank you.
No, not at all. The goal is really to understand the, let's say, the sequence of interactions, both social and logistical, that you need for things to go smoothly when dining out, from walking in to paying the bill.
Exactly. Moving beyond just knowing words to understanding the flow, how to communicate precisely to get what you need, avoid confusion, all that.
And this source, it sets the scene in a place called Bella's Bistro, so we're going to use that as our guide, showing you the strategy behind the conversation, not just the phrases themselves.
It's about precision, really.
Okay.
Every step in that restaurant environment, well, it requires a certain input to get the right output. So let's start right at the beginning. Arrival, getting in the door.
Okay, section 1, arrival and logistics. So the first hurdle, getting seated. The source shows the host immediately cuts to the chase.
Ask that key question. Do you have a reservation?
Yeah, and that's not just small talk, is it? It immediately directs what happens next.
Absolutely, it's strategic. In this scenario, the diners didn't have one. So the response was efficient, about a 10-minute wait. Clear expectation setting.
And then, importantly, they didn't just leave them standing there awkwardly.
Right. The service recovery, you could call it, kicked in. The host offered a polite option. Would you like to wait at the bar?
Which is great, right? It manages their time, makes them comfortable, turns a potential negative the wait into something, well, manageable.
And notice the phrasing, would you like to? It's polite, offers the guest a choice, even while the restaurant is controlling the situation, managing the wait time. It's a smart balance.
Okay, so while they might be waiting, or maybe just after being seated, another common need comes up. The restroom. The source covers this too.
Ah, yes, the practical ask. And it highlights how to do this politely without causing a big interruption.
The phrasing is key here, isn't it? Simple, direct, polite. Excuse me, where's the restroom? Not too casual, not overly formal.
Exactly. Linguistic minimization, we could call it. Get the info you need quickly and clearly.
And the staff response in the source? It's all about precision again. No vague pointing.
No, clear directions. It's just down that hallway to your left.
Oh, and they added that extra bit of confirmation.
Yeah, you'll see a sign above the door. That little detail is crucial. It prevents follow-up questions, prevents confusion. It just closes the loop efficiently. Someone's thought about this.
Okay, clarity established there. So they've arrived, they know where the facilities are, they're seated. Now we get into the really complex part. Ordering, section 2. Decoding the order customization and sensitivity.
Right. And this is where being specific is, well, it's everything. The server in the scenario, Emily, she starts things off clearly.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'll be taking care of you today.
Establishes contact, assigns responsibility. Exactly. Then, even before appetizers or mains, the customization begins with drinks. One person wants an iced tea. Standard enough.
But the other asks for lemonade, with a modifier, no ice.
And that little no ice, it seems minor, but it's the first signal, isn't it? It shows the diner knows what they want and isn't afraid to ask for something slightly outside the norm. Drinks usually come with ice, right?
Right, so it flags them as someone who might need or want more specific attention.
Precisely. Okay, so drinks are sorted, then appetizers. Yeah, Caesar salad, soup of the day, pretty standard choices.
But then comes a really, really critical point in the conversation, dealing with dietary needs.
Oh, absolutely crucial. The source handles this perfectly. The diner knows they're lactose intolerant. They don't just vaguely say, I have issues with dairy.
No, they ask a very precise, factual question. By the way, does it contain any dairy?
And then immediately provides the reason, I'm lactose intolerant.
Why is that specific phrasing, asking about the ingredients, so important?
Well, think about it. Asking, does it contain dairy, puts the responsibility on the server and kitchen to provide factual information about the ingredients. It's a data request.
Okay.
If you ask, is this safe for me? You're asking the server for medical advice, which they really aren't qualified or even allowed to give.
Ah, that's a great distinction. So the server checks, comes back, and confirms, no, today's soup is dairy-free. Clear confirmation.
Exactly. The kitchen's confident. The communication's clear, responsible. It's really a template for how to handle dietary needs safely and effectively.
That's gold for anyone navigating allergies or intolerances.
Okay, so main courses. More customization needed here.
Definitely. We've got grilled salmon with mashed potatoes and a ribeye steak.
And for the steak, a crucial detail.
Yeah.
Medium rare. plus a side of roasted vegetables.
That medium rare specification is key. It shows the diner knows steak, and it sets a clear expectation for the kitchen. It's quality control initiated by the customer.
But the customization keeps going, right?
What?
With the sauces. Yes. Emily, the server, proactively offers the sauce options for the steak, peppercorn, mushroom, or red wine.
The diner chooses mushroom, but adds another layer.
On the side, please. Another masterstroke of precise communication. It prevents the kitchen from possibly drowning the steak if the diner only wanted a little sauce. It's about controlling the presentation.
And for the salmon,
Options were lemon butter or garlic herb. The choice, garlic herb sauce.
okay, so at this point, the order is detailed, specific, unambiguous. The kitchen knows exactly what to do.
Right. Now let's fast forward. The food arrives. Section 3. The mid-meal experience and the feedback loop. First up, needing little extras.
Yeah, even with perfect ordering, sometimes you need a little something more once the food's there.
And again, the source shows how to ask politely. It's framed as a request, not a demand. Could I get some extra lemon slices for my fish?
And could I have some extra butter for my mashed potatoes?
These work well because they're small things, easily handled by the server without needing a whole new kitchen order. The server can say, of course, absolutely, reinforcing that positive service interaction. It keeps things flowing smoothly.
Makes sense. But then comes the potentially trickier part, feedback. The server asks how things are, and you have, well, maybe a small critique. You can't just always say, it's fine.
No, you shouldn't if it isn't. And the source gives a great model for this. The praise critique structure. You start positive.
Right. Validate the good stuff first,
Right.
like the salmon being tender and flavorful, giving specific credit to the garlic herb sauce.
Or the steak being amazing, cooked perfectly. Being specific with the praise makes it more genuine and useful.
And that positive opening makes the critique easier to deliver and probably easier to receive, too.
Exactly. So the critique here is focused just on the mashed potatoes. They say they were creamy, which is positive,
Right, starts with a good point.
but I think they could use a little more salt. Notice how gentle that is? I think a little more. And it's specific, salt.
Not just they're bland or I don't like them.
Exactly. If they just said bland, what does the server do? But because they said need salt, the server has an immediate, actionable solution.
And the server's response in the source reflects that.
Perfectly. The server says something like, I heard you mention the mashed potatoes. Would you like me to bring some salt for you? Uses the diner's exact feedback point. It shows they listened and want to fix it. Great service recovery.
Okay, fantastic. So we've covered arrival, ordering with all its details, mid-meal tweaks, and feedback. Now for the final act, Section 4, the close dessert, packing, and payment.
Right. If the meal's gone well, dessert is the final chance for the restaurant to impress and maybe upsell. Emily recommends the top sellers.
Chocolate lava cake, New York cheesecake, tiramisu, and creme brulee, the classics.
The diners go for the lava cake and the creme brulee. And just like with the mains, they give detailed feedback after eating them.
And it's not just good. The language is descriptive, sensory.
Yeah, the lava cake, rich and gooey inside, highlighting the contrast between the warm cake and the cold ice cream. You can almost taste it.
And the creme brulee review is even better. Caramelized top is perfectly crisp. Custard is so smooth, it melts in your mouth.
Giving that kind of detailed, positive feedback, it really validates the server's recommendation and the kitchen's work. It shows high-level engagement.
Okay, dessert's done, but there are leftovers. Time for the to-go box request.
Simple and polite again. Excuse me, can I get a to-go box, please? Standard procedure.
But then the server offers a choice.
Would you like me to pack it for you, or do you want to do it yourself? This is interesting. It respects the guest's preference while also subtly defining the server's role. Here, the diner opted to pack it themselves.
Okay, nearly there. The final interaction. The check. It starts with that final satisfaction check from the server.
Right. How was everything? Did you enjoy your meal? Get that confirmation before moving to money.
Once satisfaction is confirmed, then comes the potentially awkward part for groups, paying. But the source shows a clean request.
Could we split the bill? Direct. Clear. Avoids confusion later.
And the server handles it smoothly, confirms the split, asks about payment method.
Would you like to pay by cash or card? Both diners choose card. The split happens electronically. No fuss because the initial request was clear.
Right. And finally, the elephant in the room for many, tipping. The source actually provides guidance here.
It does. The server, when asked, gives a benchmark. A standard tip is around 15 to 20%. This is super helpful, especially for tourists or people unsure of local customs,
And given the excellent service described the perfect steak, sorting out the salt for the potatoes quickly, the diners decide on 20%.
which closes the loop. The whole process, from arrival to tip, is shown as a series of clear communications, negotiations, and confirmations based on service quality.
So when we look back at this whole journey through Bella's Bistro, what's the big takeaway for you, the listener? We've basically dissected a complex social interaction using very precise language.
Yeah, from asking for the restroom without causing a scene to navigating dietary needs safely, getting customizations right, giving feedback constructively, and handling the bill split and tip smoothly.
The core lesson seems to be that real confidence in these situations doesn't just come from knowing vocabulary. It comes from understanding the sequence and knowing the specific words or phrases needed at each critical point.
Exactly. It's like you're constantly exchanging data points, both giving and receiving very specific information.
Absolutely. So, as you think about how to use this conversational map yourself, here's something to chew on, a final thought. Every stage we discussed requires a certain level of mastery. But which single interaction do you think is the most crucial to nail down for feeling truly confident in a restaurant?
Is it getting the dietary needs right during ordering? Is it giving that specific, balanced feedback mid-meal? Or maybe it's handling the bill split and tipping clearly at the end.
Something to think about. Knowing the words is one thing, knowing the structure, the flow, that's real mastery.
Mull that over. We'll see you next time.
On the deep dive.